Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video. Today's video is just going to be a little episode on the potential winter storm that is going to be occurring across the Midwest and Upper Plains. We don't know really where it's going to be occurring exactly, and it's not this storm that is happening right now. It's going to be on a much major winter storm. This was just a Manitoba mauler that had a strong cold front with it. This storm that we're going to be talking about is going to be insanely strong. It's going to be much more powerful, have much more energy with it. The uncertainties we have with this storm are massive. We don't know whether this is going to be an ice storm, a rainstorm for many. We don't know if it's going to be sleet storm. We don't know if it's going to be snowstorm. Um, Most likely it's going to have a snowy side to it, and it most likely will happen because it's been consistent for the several past days. So most likely it will happen, but there's still the possibility of it not happening at all. But the possibilities are starting to look more and more likely. So we move through forward in time here. You can see the system passes through the England coast. New England coast can get 5 to 8 inches, but I won't talk about that because I already made 2 videos on this weather storm. I want to focus my attention to this bigger one. I'll be making definitely more videos during the week as we get more and more information. So you can see a warm up will happen. The warm air will surge into. You could tell that because there's going to be green rain here, Wisconsin, Illinois. Nothing too heavy, but a couple of showers. But this is where the storm just explodes. So you could see 998, fairly powerful. You could see very defined gradient of extremely heavy snow. This is, I don't know at this point if that is sleet or just that. See right here, it says the heaviest snow turns purple, pink. So I don't know if that is pink or purple meaning ice or pink meaning very heavy snow. As of now, that does look like if it's ice. But anyways, areas like Chicago, southern Wisconsin, especially southern Wisconsin, Brookfield, Wisconsin. I know Jesse, you're watching this. If this were to happen, you'd get absolutely clobbered by the storm. I mean, possibly for a foot and a half, you'd get massacred by the storm. So keep your fingers crossed that this will actually happen, because if it were to happen, then it could come out into a major storm. And then there's a couple of little systems that could happen afterwards, but those are bound to change, and those up here based off model run. And we're just talking about this storm right here. So you may be wondering how much exactly inches. You'll be shocked. It may not look like a too big of a storm. Wait, no, I wanted to click on total snowfall. And this is assuming a 10-to-1 ratio, which will be a little bit less than a 10-to-1 ratio, but still, green, 18 inches right here. Just Madison, Wisconsin would be hammered. And look at this fine defined line. Like, that doesn't make me believable, because look, Chicago would be split in half. Maybe even O'Hare, Chicago would be getting a foot of snow, and in Midway, Chicago, the other airport, would be getting 2 inches. So that would be insane, massive difference, and I just don't think this will happen this way, because this is definitely going to change. It has been shifting several places down. You could see this is a previous model run. This is the previous model run, and that's even previous model run. So it has been changing for quite a bit. It's been jumping around, but it's been consistent with the snowstorm happening anyways. So you can see it's been way up farther north before. Now it's getting further and further close to the Chicago land area. So that's good news for me if I want snow. But again, this is going to be a very dangerous storm, so nothing really to wish for, because if this were to happen, school would definitely be canceled for the people that go to school. And I'd also like to talk about the warm temperatures that are going to be happening across this area. So let's bring it back to now. A cold front passes through with this system, so first we need to deal with the cold air. Not anything too special, just some chilly winter air, just pretty much right around average for January. There's always some cold air here in the Midwest, but you can see some moderation happens during Friday, and it comes out of freezing, but nothing like we experienced last time. Remember last time there was 50s here in Chicago, the Midwest, and here there was a massive blizzard. I just don't think that's going to happen this time, because the warm air will not be able to surge that far north. But, you know, we could get 30s, even possibly into the 40s before another cold shot of air comes through and winter comes back in before another warm shot. And it's just going to be pretty much going back and forth between warm air and cold air. So nothing too major in terms of cold air or warm air. But I would also like to show you guys the vorticity with this storm. It's going to be happening next week okay, let's bring this back. It's going to be happening next week, Sunday, Saturday, Monday. So you can see that's the clipper that's happening. No, that's going to be a little system that's going to be crashing across the north. Nothing too major, but this is the system we're going to be talking about right here. You can see those dark colors. That means, and the broad area, that is a very strong low, has a lot of energy, strong wind field, and it will be passing through, and afterwards there will be several more energy. So overall, a very active pattern. And I'd like you guys to compare this storm to this storm that we're having right now. Look at this, much more broader and weaker. Colors are very dim, nothing too big, too powerful. Just other than the cold front's going to be a little bit more powerful. But with this just indicates how heavy the snow would be right here. This just indicates how heavy the snow is. And I actually want to check out what that means, because that might be actually a glitch. Yeah, it's a tiny little system that's barely going to be live, and it's showing much vorticity with that. So nothing too major worry too about that. So this is the storm we're going to be worrying about. So stay tuned, guys. Oh yeah, I would like to show you the European model first. The European model is showing a completely different story with this system. It's bringing it way farther north. So you can see, same story, pretty much a very quiet week, no snow for the Midwest. But this is where the storm starts to organize. The warm air starts to surge in ahead of it. And this is Saturday. Still Saturday, and now it's Sunday. You can see some light rain ahead of it. But the European model on this website tends to overblow things, so I don't think it'll be of this intensity. But if this were to happen in Minnesota areas like Minneapolis would get clobbered again. This would be insane amount of snow, just not imaginable. And if I want to show you the new snow amounts for the next 10 days, let's say, yeah, that's some yellow colors. That's 20 inches and above. That would be absolutely insane. So, as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please consider liking the video. As always, guys, see you guys on the next episode.